Hello, good evening students. Today's transcription number back of 79 on the speed of 100 words per minute. Start. My point of view and the point of view of the honorable member are so different that we can only meet socially outside. Now, Mr. Vice Chairman, much has been said about foreign capital and foreign technical aid. There are people who are opposed to the employment of foreign capital at all, but no country has been able to do so. We should, however, be able to employ foreign capital without strings attached to them, as we are doing today. So far as foreign technical aid is concerned, we cannot dispense with it. I would like to say that there is a tendency in our country to be content with the second best or the third best. I think that is an unfortunate tendency. We have in the world of technology and in the world of science a great deal to learn from foreign countries. We have to learn a great deal from the United States of America and the Soviet Union, and also from France and other countries, and we should be humble in our approach towards this problem. We should be prepared to give to our managerial staff opportunities of acquiring technical knowledge and technical skill in these countries. I will finish in less than a minute. There is this question which has assumed great importance, namely the question of price control. I know this subject raises some difficult questions. We have to consider the position of the farmer who has been exploited for ages by the people of the cities. But we have also to think of our people in the cities, all of whom are not rich. Many of them have to lead very humble lives, and the rises in prices, the rise in the cost of living, particularly in urban areas, is becoming very high. It is therefore necessary for us to have some system of price control. We should have a price stabilization board which should be able to regulate prices in such a manner that they are fair to the farmer and they are also fair to the consumer in the towns. We should eliminate as far as possible the middlemen. Then I should like to say that I am glad that the finance minister has given up deficit financing. But the question which arises is how we shall finance our fourth five-year plan. Methods must be discovered which would enable the financing of the fourth five-year plan in such a manner as to provide the greatest possible employment to our people. We must attach importance not only to our basic industries and to our heavy industries but to others also.